going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I've basically scaled my stores, right? This is a store that obviously has done $17,000 in revenue, but it didn't start this way, right? This is when it essentially started with, $200 in sales, zero sometimes, and how we basically just took a store that was not really performing well to basically giving us consistent results. $1,000 days, 1,400 year, 700 year, and then doing about $17,000 in committed revenue for this company, right? This is one of my stores. This is another store again. Profit was not. I mean, this actually has been performing really consistently well in terms of sales, right? But how we took sales over here from 200 all the way up to more so like that 400, 500, $300 range, right? So scaling this consistently has been something that I've been able to do. So yesterday we did a challenge where we launched a brand new store. All right. So we basically took a store inside from ShopFunnels. We launched it in the first 2 hours, the sales being live, we got $100 in sales, right? So this customer came, bought it once from us, right? And then I basically just wanted to see how fast I can actually get a sale from launching. And in the first 2 hours I got a sale, I shut down the store, right? But then this customer sort of saved the link or something, came back at night and bought another one, right? So at $25, we made $100 sale, which is absolutely insane, right? But the question then comes, how do you scale, right? So, it's all well and good, Ali. You can get the first time sale, right? But how do we then go from what happens after the first sale? And this is actually a really, really important question that I want to just attempt to answer in today's video, right? Well, the way that I've broken it down is the first 50, from 50 to 500, from 500 to 1,000, and from 1,000 plus. Each of these different scenarios have their own different problems, all right? And so we're gonna walk this through step by step, and hopefully after this, you're going to have an idea of what it looks like after the first sale is over. Because yes, you have won the battle, you've gotten some proof of concept, but then it's a whole different ball game to just scale the store, right? Again, if you guys want to see this live challenge, it's actually up on YouTube right now. Just go to one of, it's basically the last video, but all you do is go to the channel, right? And as soon as you come to the channel, it's this. I launched a 360K store. This is one store that has proven sales of 361,000. We use the same template. We launched it. We got sales in the first 2 hours. It's an hour-long video. I understand that's a lot of time, but it was a full store launch from start to finish. So I encourage every single person watch this video because it's absolutely insane. Okay, but now I want to talk about what happens after the first sale. Okay, now basically what you're trying to do when your first sales or first few sales happen is you're trying to prove the concept that what you have put out there works, right? So you essentially have an offer, right, which is what you're selling. You have an ad, which is how you're selling it, and you have a website or a funnel, right, which is where you're selling it. Okay, and essentially what the first sale proves is this thing that you've put together, it works. Okay, and someone saw this, they saw the ad which showed them the offer, which took them to the website. Someone saw this and decided, you know what, I want to spend some money here. And that first sale feeling is amazing. We've all felt it. Some of us who haven't felt it, once you do, obviously there's no going back for you. E-commerce will become your life. It is just how it is. Okay. But then what happens after, right? Essentially now your next goal should really be that first 50 sale, right? How do you get to the first 50? And the first 50 will obviously just come from interest testing and creative testing. So I'm going to talk to those guys that are primarily using Facebook ads to do their marketing, right? So once essentially one of your ad interests takes off and gets you a purchase, that's when the real game begins. Okay. Now, getting a first sale is obviously a big landmark, but then scaling it is another huge landmark, and it's a different skill set altogether, right? This is how I look at it. Getting the first sale, it's all about creativity, right? It's all about, honestly, finding the right offer, designing a beautiful landing page that is also very compelling, and then So designing a good offer, and then obviously creating an ad, right? That is that influences someone emotionally and logically to get the sale. It's all emotional, right? But now scaling to the first 50, it's more of an endurance game. Okay, you really need to then sort of put your emotion aside, and you have to think very logically now in terms of how you're going to scale your store. Okay, so this is a whole different skill set, and we're going to go through this skill set. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and quickly on another screen open up my Facebook ad account, specifically the one that I use to scale this store, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I'm going to do in order to scale this store. All right, so this is the ads that I ran. Okay, and as you guys can see for this store, right, I ran $25 in ads and I generated 99 in sales, and I did it like literally no money spent, right? Yes, obviously there's an element of luck involved as well. I'm not gonna lie. This does happen to people that, sometimes there is an element of luck where you really just get those first time sales very, very quickly. But it's not all luck, because look at the CTRs and the CPCs. Okay, now this is way, way above industry average. All right, and again, this is normally what happens is when Facebook spends like $1 on ads, okay, your CPC and CTR is actually quite bad because it's showing it to a very small audience. Like it only reached 62 people, right? That's very small. And normally when Facebook is just starting off, it's showing your ad to audiences, and audiences may not resonate right away, and it might take Facebook time to find those audiences. But for me, across every single ad set, just at $2 spent, I was getting 11%, 10%, 9%, right? Which proves to me that this store would have gotten sales at some point, especially in the first day. Okay, so yes, there is an element of luck where it was just 2 hours and I got my first sales, but also it was, there's a high probability it was going to happen, obviously hopefully in the first day, and very, very soon, right? And had I left all of these ads on, a lot of them would have gotten sales. But let's look at the one that did get sales. It was this herbal essences one. So the way that I set up ads, by the way, when I'm just testing, is it's one interest and one ad. Okay, now typically you can go one interest and 3 ads, but I was doing a challenge where I just wanted to launch fast. I wanted to launch in a day and get sales, and that was the challenge. So I had one ad, right? But this ad, when I made it, it was really good. Again, watch this video, guys. It will show you exactly how I did it. But that ad was really, really good, and it just generated the sale, right? So now we have one ad set that has generated sales, right? So essentially what we're basically going to do now is just rinse and repeat this process, okay, until we get our first 50 sales. Okay, until we get our first 50, okay, we are just going to rinse and repeat the process. And what is that process that I'm talking about? Well, the process is testing ads, right, and testing interest. Okay, basically what you're gonna need to do is at least test anywhere between 5 to 10 really good ads, and ads that you've put in effort, right? And then for interest, you're going to need to test at least 10 to 20 different interests. Okay, now the way that you mix and match is completely up to you, right? You can basically take one ad set and run 3 ads, right, to see which one works, right? But if you really believe in the ad and you think, man, no, this ad's going to convert, you can take that ad set very similar to me, right, and just run one ad, right? It's completely up to you how you mix and matches, but there's a system. Now I have my own system, right? So essentially, let me explain that to you. Now that I know ad 1 has a killer CTR and CPC, killer CTR and killer outbound, like now that I know that ad 1 has that, all I'm going to do is test, right? So I already have 10 that I'm testing, right? I would test 10 more, and I would basically, out of the 20, I would probably arrive at realistically 2 to 3. And that's unfortunately the truth, right? If you have an ad that gets you sales out of 5 and 10, and maybe this one, I feel like has that promise, just look at the CTRs, right? But if you have an ad that's performing well across 5 to 6 different ad sets, man, you have a banger. That's the one you scale to the moon, okay? But typically, after you test about 10 to 20 ad sets, you'll arrive at 2 to 5, right, that you can scale really, really well. All right. And then what you're going to do is you basically cracked one ad that works across those 5 ad interests. Okay. Now your basic goal is, let's say these are the 5, let's say these are the interests, okay, that this ad has worked in. Okay. Now all I do is come up with an ad 2. Okay. And then I just launch it to these 5 because I know my buyers are here. Okay, they may just need another creative. Okay, and then I keep doing that. I keep doing that until I have about 5 ads that are reliable going to 5 ad sets that are reliable. Okay, when you have 5 ads that are reliable and going to 5 ad sets that are reliable, that's when you reach some sort of consistency. Okay, now essentially after you have 5 ads and 5 ad sets, you have essentially the foundation of a 10K per month business. Okay, because what you basically do is you scale this, right? So essentially right now, let's say you're spending $20 a day on ads, right? So then you just typically, I don't like upping the budget from here. It's always just messed with me for some reason. I don't know if it's my ad account, I don't know if it's me, right? Every time I up the budget, I don't get the result that I'm looking for. But when I duplicate and I up the budget, nothing happens to my original, but my duplicated ad performs either worse, same, or better, but at least nothing messes up with my original ad, right? So typically what I do is then I just keep duplicating ad sets and I just spend more and more money inside of the niche. Okay. And now this is probably going to get you to this 50 sales. Okay, this is probably going to get you to those 50 sales, just interest testing and creative. Okay, now next, what are we going to do? How do we get to those 500 sales? Okay, because at 500 sales, you don't just have proof of concept, you have a real business. So how do we get to the 500 sales? And then, by the way, at the first 50, okay, it's not always that you're making money. You're not minting at the first 50. Why? Because you're testing, right? You're testing different things to find what makes you money. Right now, there are situations where you'll make money in the first 50. I'm not going to say that, but I've done this so many times. I know that the first 50, even sometimes up until the first 500, it's not like you're instantly profitable. But if you're at break even, or if you're a little bit higher than break even, I would say continue, because you're just going to get better and better and better at advertising, right? But again, this is all up to someone's risk tolerance and stuff. But it's amazing when you're profitable at the first 50, because then scaling that just becomes such a dream, right? So now let's talk about the first 50 to 500, right? Obviously over here you're scaling proven interests and creatives, right? So we're doing this, right? We're continuously doing the 5 ads and the 5 ad sets, right? And we're just scaling that more and more. And, we're going to try and find 6 ad sets that are working, and we may then try to find 6, we may try finding 6 ads that are working and 6 ad sets that are working, right? We may try and find that as well. But then what we're now going to do is invest in new creative. Okay. Now we really need to, now at this level, maybe our ads are becoming exhausted. Maybe some of these ads are fatiguing, right? So now we have to now reinvest in these ads, and you really have to now start thinking outside the box a little bit, right? You have probably a good idea of what the hooks are and what the main pain points are that are resonating with people, right? So, but you now just have to find a new way to introduce that hook and that new pain point, right? So you really do want to invest in that. And essentially, I'm going to basically, at this level, I'll show you how to create an influencer marketing system. But at this point, you can still probably get away with outside videos, like videos off the internet and XYZ. You just have to be really, really creative at how you do that, right? Now you're also going to be doing offer upgrades, okay? Because now you're scaling, right? So maybe your results, right, when you're going up, right, it's looking like this and this and this, okay? But at this point, after 50 sales or so, right, you may not experience the same level of growth. It may go like this, right? It's still growing, but not at the same level and in the same way, right? So here it may be time to offer an upgrade, right? So this is typically what I think is a really good upgrade. I'm just going to actually pull it up for you. As you guys can see, I do really track, well-performing stores, X, Y, and Z, right? This is one of these stores that I don't know why it's not tracking. I can't believe this store isn't making a ton of money. But what I love about this is the way, this person is born and bred in dropshipping. I just feel like that, okay? Because look at the offer that they've created. So this thing is a sound maker, right? It helps you deal with stress. It helps you relax. It produces like sounds at a certain frequency, right? Look at the offer that was created, okay? So you get that sound machine, okay? What else do you get? You get the vibration speaker. Okay, so you get a speaker that you can connect with the sound machine. You get a premium case. Okay, you get a lifetime wellness community access. So this is basically access to a Discord or a Facebook group, right? You get the effective use of this device for healing. So you get a guide on how to use this, right? Then you get a 1-year extended warranty, right? Shown here, okay? And then you also get a meditation guide as well that's shown here. Now, when I've done this on another video, right? This is $1 from AliExpress Alibaba. This is $1. This is free to create. So he added $2 worth of goodies that you can import very easily from China, added it to his main product, and then created a beautiful offer that's worth $170. Now, if you're scaling, okay, and you're coming from typical Shopify dropshipping, and you're like, hey man, why isn't my offer performing really well? This is where you may need to upgrade the offer, right? Add some more value. You can do it with ebooks, you can do it with free gifts, you can do it with a community, you can do it with extended warranty, whatever you think applies to your product, go ahead and do it. Yeah. Then you might also want to upgrade the landing page. Now, for example, this is something that I've experienced, right? So if you go to shopfunnels.net, which is what we used for the challenge, right? We basically took one of these stores and just went ahead and launched it and got our first sales. It was just this one. We didn't change anything about it, right? But look at the way these landing pages are designed. This is one of my favorite. No, actually, no, this one and to be honest, this one. Like, look at how beautifully this landing page has been designed. Like the images, the way the text is, the top rated, right? The bundling here, right? If you open this, you get more information, right? The way the testimonials are, again, great images here, lifestyle, again, testimonials are promised you, an FAQ section, a nice testimonial section. Like, this type of page breeds trust and reliability and walks someone through the process. And now if you're scaling something that honestly looks like this, right? Honestly, if it, let's say it looks like this, right? I mean, how? I mean, this is, this might have worked for a little bit, right? But you may need to convince someone a little bit more to purchase, right? Again, one of the other stores that we scaled looked like, not scaled, but this is the store that started it, right? Looked like this, right? 5 reasons why women are, and so essentially you may want to experiment with a 5 reasons why page right in front of your store page. And again, your store page needs to look very, very nice, not like this, but like this, right? With the bundles and everything, and look nice and trusted and well, and that's what will get you the sale, right? So this is where you may consider now that landing page upgrade. Again, you're in this zone, right? This is that zone where you could be knocked out of business. You don't hit your first 50, or you're hit it very, very unprofitably. This is another zone. Like every single place is a battle. After you get your first sale, it's just, you have to be on, you have to be a little bit ruthless with yourself and what you demand from yourself, right? In terms of interest testing, creative testing, you have to be ruthless with Facebook in terms of what it gives back to you, right? To really get through it. But if you get through it, every stage you get through makes the likelihood of you getting to the next stage, your chances of getting to the next stage increase, right? So that's what I've noticed. Like, as soon as you get your first sale, your chances of getting to the first 50 go up, right? Again, if you get the first 50, chances go up that you'll make it here. You'll make it here. You'll make it here. But like, most people just don't make it here, right? Most people don't make it here. And that's why, honestly, ShopFunnels was created. This software allows you to just pick a proven store concept, white label it, and launch it as your own, right? So let's say you want to launch this pregnancy safety belt. It's done $164,000 in sales. It will get you to the first sale and may even get you to the first 50 because, well, it's gotten it for someone else, and they've done $164,000, right? Again, here as well, 600K, right? Here as well, 286K, right? All of these stores have done really, really well. And they've been modeled exactly like the original store, just swapped out with images and text from the supplier. So again, we're talking about getting to the next level, right? So another way to basically crush it at this level is scarcity. Right now, you may need to introduce some impulse purchase here, right? Like, why should someone care about buying it now? Are you going to run out of stock? Do you have less inventory? Is there a limited time sale that you're doing? Are your gifts and bonuses only live for a little bit of time, right? What is that factor that motivates someone to purchase now? So you need to go ahead and figure that out. All right, now let's move on to this. Right now, if you are able to sell 500 units, and this is again a conversation that I was having with someone who booked a free consultation call. Like, if you are someone who wants to talk to me, wants to understand a little bit more about shop funnels, X, Y, and Z, and just wants to get some insights and information, just click that first link down below. I was talking to someone who really impressed me with his knowledge about e-com dropshipping, was a successful dropshipper anyways. And then I was talking to him essentially about like why he really even booked the call. It seemed like he's doing really well and stuff like that. And he just told me the reason he joined Shop Funnels in the program is because he has a mindset issue. And then that's what we got into. A lot of these calls just turn into like mindset calls for me, right? And his mindset issue was, he was just like, man, I can't find reliable suppliers anywhere. I need you to get me a supplier. And I was like, how much have you sold? And he's sold, like, he's at 2K days. And I was like, why are you still drop shipping? Like, you're having 2K days. You've managed to get the first sale. You've obviously managed to get the first 50, and then you've gotten to 500. Why are you still drop shipping? At this stage, you have to order inventory. You have crossed all of this to get to 500 sales. And I will show you. Here it is. This is what getting to 500 sales looks like. This is 239 sales, right? This is 299 sales, right? So this is about 600 sales. At this point, we ordered like 2,000 units of the product, and we moved it into a 3PL, into a warehouse. It's nice, it's branded, it looks, you have cracked the code. At this point, you've cracked the code, right? You've transcended drop shipping. Okay, at this point, what you're really looking for is to work with a supplier that will make your inventory and ship it to you fast. They'll brand it, they'll produce quality. Maybe you can even talk to the same person you're using to dropship, right? And this decision doesn't need to be taken at 500. After you sell 100, you can take this decision. After you sell 200, you can make this decision. But after 500, you know that it would take a really big blow to your ads or to your marketing or something for you to not make more sales. But now, here is the key, that people, if you don't invest in this, unfortunately, the business may just suffer and finish here. Okay, this is something that I learned, right? This is the key right here, this influencer marketing. Okay, so essentially what you want to do at this stage is, let's say you're ordering 500 units, keep 50 pieces for yourself, okay? And then 450 pieces go in stock, okay? So let's say at this point you're obviously, if you've sold 500, you're not going to order 500 more, right? Because you're going to sell it out. Let's say you're like me and you order 2,000, okay? And you're not going to scale ads, you're just going to keep it consistent, which means you're going to have a lot of inventory. Keep 50 pieces for yourself. And these 50 pieces, the only goal is to ship it out to influencers. Now, whether you do it yourself, whether you get an agency, whether you, you're cold calling or you're cold texting people from your brand account, whatever you're doing, your job is to get 50 units in the hands of 50 people, okay? And so let's just assume these are my 50 influencers, okay? They're in this box right here, okay? Their goal is to send you content every single week. Every single person is sending you content every single week, okay? It could be 7 videos a week, it could be 5 videos a week, it could be 1 video a week, but all of these guys are sending you content. And this content is modeled on the back of very successful TikToks, okay? You're modeling stuff that's already very successful, okay? And you're building your content library, okay? Now this content then, okay, gets sent to an editor. Okay, now this editor needs to have an eye for both. He needs to have an eye for what will go viral. Okay. Oh, sorry, where is this? Okay, this editor will need to have an eye for what will go viral, and this editor will also need to have an eye for what will sell well. Okay, so you need the videos to do a little bit of both. So the hook or the start of the video is something that will go viral, and the content in the body is something that will sell your product. Okay, and then all of these videos coming, they get posted to your TikTok, okay? They get posted to essentially your TikTok, your Instagram, whatever, your YouTube shorts. They get posted every single day, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. There's pages that post 15, 20 times a day, and they go viral every single time. It matters, how much can you pump out is actually the question. Okay, so then you're posting these TikToks, right? Now, will every TikTok work? No. Maybe this gets 500 views. Maybe this gets 10K views. Maybe this gets 100 views. Maybe this gets 50K views, right? This is honestly how TikTok works. What you're going to do from all of this testing is the 50K video and the 10K video. Remember, it has virality and the ability to sell, right? They become your paid ads, okay? And this strategy will basically ensure that you never run out of paid ads. And to be honest with you, this is how my business currently is working. I have around 20 influencers, and I have someone in charge of this. Honestly, it's my brother who has really spearheaded the creativity of this entire business. He does this. And, at some point, I'm going to basically sell his service because this man's a genius. He's gotten our TikTok page over 2 million views in 60 days, right? A lot of the pushing is organic, and because of his creativity in ads, okay, I have the ability to create ads. I'm not going to say that I don't, right? I've shown you this. I have the ability to create ads, but this man that I'm working with has the ability to just pump out hit after hit, okay? So again, this is a system that you need to create in your own business. And that is really what's going to take you to this next level and keep you at this level. Now, how do you go over $1,000? How do you go over your 1,000 order mark? Okay. This will really focus on brand presence and continuity. Now, this is what you're going to do. Now you need to basically create a strong brand presence. Okay. At this point, you are basically investing in stupid shit getting a nice logo. You're basically making sure your website is well optimized and flows smoothly, right? You at this point may even get a social media manager, right? Someone who's actually focused on growing the brand, right? You have a little bit of a community that's forming, right? You've sold your product to 1,000 people, right? You have a little bit of a following now, okay? This is now where you're investing in creating this brand presence and really taking it forward. And then this is something you can start from the start, but I just mentioned this here because most of us never think about it. But what you have to think about is the recurring, okay? How do you build a business model with recurring? Okay, so essentially in one of my businesses, this is my business that runs on Shop Funnels, right? That's generated $72,000 in sales. Okay, I have a business that's 300 people have subscribed to. They pay me every single month. Okay, and that generates me 10K a month in rev with MRR. Okay, now how do you get that in your business? Because if you with this, you have gotten the ability to acquire customers. Okay, now essentially what you've proved when you've gotten to this point is, Ali, I can make a sale. Ali, I can sell a $49 product. No, I can sell it in my sleep. Okay, I don't have a problem. Your new problem is that guy that spent 49 with you. How do you get 49 from him every single month? Okay, on average, a person will stay in your continuity program for 4 months. How do you at least get 4 checks out of him? Okay, and there's only 3 ways to increase the size of a business. Okay, there's only 3 ways to increase the size of a business. Okay, way number 1 is attract more customers. Okay, that's attract more first time buyers. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, the second way is make them spend more money with you. So increase the ticket size, do upsells, get them buying more. Okay, and the third way is get them buying more frequently. Okay, now essentially you have probably in your first thing, and this is my experience having worked with a lot of business owners, they focus on attracting more and getting them more to spend. This is easy, right? Getting them to come is, new ads, new offers, making more noise. Getting them to spend more is using funnels, okay? If you're still using a Shopify store and you don't have upsells, right? You're probably missing out and losing out on a lot of money, okay? Shop funnels lets you do that. But this is where most business owners never attempt, because for most dropshippers, and this is the unfortunate truth of this. I love this space, but it's gotten a little toxic, is they want someone to come in, pay them some money, and they don't never want to talk to them again. They're like, haha, got your money, take your product, don't ever talk to me. Don't ever send me an email. Don't ever send me support, okay? And so today, I'm going to show you how you build this continuity, okay? So inside of this store, specifically Shop Funnels, there's an automation, okay? So now I can basically start creating a blank automation, okay, that says subscription, okay? And so essentially what I'm going to basically do is every single person that bought from me, okay, and I can add a new trigger, right? Every single person who makes a purchase, right? Paid orders, right? Trigger orders for every single person that bought over $40 from me, okay? I'm going to send them an email after 40 days, okay? Again, this is all possible inside of Shop Funnels. And I'm going to basically sell them a subscription, okay? And then, okay, I'm going to choose one of these templates, right? They're very easy, right? That I can basically pick one. Okay, I can pick something like this, right? Right? And I can just go like, whatever, right? It doesn't matter, okay? So now I can just be like, now here I'm going to make an offer, right? I'm going to write down my details. I did a funnel hack a little bit a while ago. I'm just going to show you now in this email, okay? I did a funnel hack for this tactical something, okay? Okay. It's so funny, okay? I bought from this business, okay? This is my personal email, okay? I bought from this business I don't know when I bought from this business, honestly. But they send me an email every single freaking day. Every day, some shit's going on. They're sending me offers to a flashlight. They're sending me a huge giveaway. They're sending me, I made a massive mistake that benefits you. Okay, let's listen. I received a shipment of these Savage Viking knives, but I forgot one thing. Due to a New York distribution regulation, I ordered too many of them. And to avoid penalties that cost a lot of money, I have two options. Send them back and lose even more money, or give them away for free. That's what massively benefits you. This is for $140. I want you to have it for free. This is a free plus shipping funnel. Okay, which probably leads me down a rabbit hole where I probably get subscribed to. But again, now you have to sell them more shit. That's it. You got to sell them more stuff. You got to get them to subscribe, or you get them to buy. But at the end of the day, your goal is, how can I get this person to spend money with me at least 4 more times? And most of the money is being left off the table. Unfortunately, Shopify, to do any of this, you're going to need Klaviyo, XYZ. If you use Shop Funnels, it's all built in here, okay? So this is what I mean. This is how to scale. This is how to go from 0 to 1,000 orders, right? And if you guys want to work with me on this, if you guys want me to basically hold your hand through this entire process, right? Help you pick a store, help you launch a store, help you get your first sales, help you get your first 1,000 sales, help you basically step by step, right? Then all I want you to do is click the link down below. Once you click the link down below, you're going to be taken to this page that says mentor me. This is basically my mentorship program, which is tied into my software. If you purchase any of these packages, the $59 or the $89 a month, you get access to everything. You get access to one-on-one calls, you get access to a private mastermind with me and other ShopFunnels users, you get ready to launch stores, and you get weekly calls and accountability. This video covers everything in a lot of detail. Click this if you're ready to join. You get an email from me, and click this for a free one-on-one consultation call with me. This is if you're deciding whether or not to join ShopFunnels. I want to help you answer any questions that you have. Once you are satisfied with, okay, this will work for me, that's when we'll onboard you and we'll basically get you started. On that call, on that very call, we'll select your store, we'll get you started, we'll get you moving in the right direction, all right? With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. And if you like this video, comment down below. If you've made it this far, I want to know if you made it this far. I used to do this a while back. I've just been doing too much. I have 6-7 calls a day running my stores. Now the ShopFunnels, we're getting users, right? So we're getting lots of questions that I'm going through. I'm doing too much. So I've had to make the videos shorter. You know that the videos were an hour long every single day. I've had to make them shorter, right? My computer can't handle the render. I want to put these out on before my computer burns up, but it is what it is. I had a favorite YouTuber back in the day. His name was FouseyTube. He used to say the saying all the time. I'm not going to repeat it, but anyways, now I'm just rambling. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.